Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're starting a brand new series, and the topic is something that applies to both humans and AI, the concept of a skill. Before we get into agents or automation or any of the flashy stuff, I want to make sure we're all on the same page about what a skill actually is. And I promise, even if you're not an AI person, this is going to be useful. Skills are not something you're born with. Every skill you have, from driving a car to writing a meeting summary, was learned. And in this video, I want to show you exactly how that works and why it matters so much right now that AI is in the picture. Today, we're going to cover 6 things: the dictionary definition of a skill, the 3 components every skill is made of, the 3 qualities that separate a real skill from just a lucky guess, how human skills and AI skills compare, why giving an AI a skill is actually a really powerful idea, and finally, why all of this matters in the age of AI. Let's start from the very beginning. The dictionary definition of skill is this: the ability to do something well, acquired through training or experience. 2 things jump out here. First, it's an ability. Not a wish or an intention, but something you can actually execute. Second, and this is key, it's acquired. You're not born with it. You develop it through repetition and experience. Think about a chef whose knife technique is second nature, or a professional interpreter who hears a sentence in one language and instantly finds the right words in another, or a designer who just knows, without thinking too hard, which colors belong together. These are all skills. They look effortless, but only because of the work that went into them. Here's the thing though, you already use skills every single day, even if you don't call them that. Driving a car is a skill. It sounds simple, but you're simultaneously watching the road, handling the wheel, managing the pedals, all in sync. At first it's terrifying. After enough practice, it's automatic. Organizing data in Excel is a skill, combining a tool, domain knowledge, and a process. Writing meeting notes is a communication skill, listening, judging what's important, and writing clearly. Even cooking is a skill, timing, temperature, knowing what goes in when. All of these follow the same underlying pattern. So what is that pattern? Every skill, every single one, is made of 3 components: knowledge, process, and tool. Knowledge is understanding what needs to be done. Process is knowing the order in which to do it. And tool is knowing what to use to get it done. These 3 things, together, make a skill complete. Let me make that concrete with an example everyone can relate to: making spaghetti bolognese. For the knowledge component, you know what goes in: ground beef, crushed tomatoes, garlic, onion, olive oil, and of course the pasta. For the process, you know the order: brown the meat first, build the sauce, cook the pasta separately, combine at the right moment. For the tool, you know how to use a sauté pan, a pot for boiling, a colander, a wooden spoon. Remove any one of those 3, and the dish falls apart. If you have knowledge but no process, you dump everything in together and end up with a mess. If you have process but no tool, you simply can't execute. All 3 need to be in place. Now, not every ability qualifies as a skill. There are 3 conditions that separate a real skill from just getting lucky. The first condition is repeatability. Doing something well once might be luck. Doing it consistently, same quality, same standard, every time you're in that situation, that's a skill. The second condition is measurability. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. A real skill lets you evaluate how well you're doing and identify where you need to get better. The third condition is transferability. This one is fascinating. If you can explain what you're doing to someone else or to an AI, then it's a skill. If you can't explain it, it's still intuition. You haven't fully cracked it yet. Now let's talk about something really interesting: how human skills and AI skills compare. Human skills develop through experience and repetition. Over time, you build intuition, and a lot of that knowledge is tacit. It's hard to put into words. AI skills, on the other hand, are built through explicit instructions, prompts, rules, and structured guidance. They don't have intuition, but they're consistent. They don't have bad days. They don't forget the process halfway through. The fundamental structure is identical: knowledge, process, tool. What's different is the form it takes. So what does it actually mean to give an AI a skill? A great analogy is this: imagine handing a new employee a detailed operations manual. In this situation, do this. Use this tool this way. Follow these steps in this order. That's exactly what you're doing when you give an AI a skill. Without that manual, the AI defaults to generic output. It produces something, but it's average. With a well-designed skill, the AI applies the right structure every time and delivers consistent, high-quality results. The same AI with or without a skill, completely different outcomes. This brings us to why any of this matters in the AI era. Here's the reality. Even the most powerful AI gives you generic results without specific guidance. Range without direction is just noise. But when you pair a capable AI with a well-designed skill, the output improves dramatically. And here's the best part. Skills accumulate. Once you build a good one, you can reuse it, refine it, and share it. An entire team can produce the same standard of output. The quality doesn't depend on who does the work that day. Let me bring it all together with a quick summary. A skill is not something you're born with. It's something you build. Every skill is made of 3 parts: knowledge, process, and tool. A good skill is repeatable, measurable, and transferable. Human and AI skills have different forms, but the same underlying structure. Giving AI a skill is like giving a new employee a detailed operating manual. And the same AI produces completely different results depending on whether it has a skill or not. That's it for today. See you in the next one.